Request a copy of your employee file. Why do you want a copy of your employee file? We all have coworkers that say, my boss came to me, they gave me a problem. They said, I was a problem at work, or I didn't do something, or I had an issue. And they said, well, it's been a long-standing issue. And when you look at their personnel file, they don't have any write-ups. They don't have anything there. Managers would come to me and say, we want to terminate this person because they've been a behavioral problem for a period of time. And I say, well, show me the documentation. There is none. But without the information, we don't know. As an HR professional, I am the key. You want to know what your performance appraisals look like, and you want to have copies of all of your performance appraisals. And it's easy enough to say, well, people should keep copies of their performance appraisals, but what are you going to do? Keep them in a file cabinet in the house? Most people don't have file cabinets in the house for performance appraisals. And so I suggest that you get copies of your performance appraisals, and you also get a copy of your training certificates. If something does happen at work, you want to be in a position to be able to demonstrate your competency in certain fields or certain areas of expertise for your next job. And unfortunately, a lot of times when you find yourself in a situation that you use this information, you're not able to use that last job as a reference. So it's hard to get that information. One of the things that's important to understand is that employers are legally required to give you a copy of your personnel file. Now, in some states, they may not be required to give you a copy, but they can have you review it. You could photocopy the documents that you need, but you should always know what's inside of your personnel file. So when they come to you and tell you, hey, I'm a behavioral problem, or hey, I'm late all the time, or hey, I've talked to you about this, have them prove it. The proof is in the pudding. Show me the documents. Money walks, bullshit runs a marathon. And unfortunately, we run a lot of marathons here in our employers. And please let me know if you've experienced it. And I think most of us have seen that. I've seen it as an HR professional, and I was in a place to fight back against it. But unfortunately, a lot of our HR professionals don't do that either. So get a copy of your personnel file and take copies of the important documents. And